Hello there. I'm going to take a few minutes just to explain how I've made Carmen's scarf and this one right here in front of me. Hopefully this will be helpful to you because I have altered the pattern in the blog that I sent Carmen quite a bit, but that was my inspiration for this pattern. I changed it up a bit to make it kind of how I want it to look and feel. So in the blog, you will notice that she uses 3 strands of a very chunky yarn, and she uses a humongous hook like this. And what that will do is create a very thick scarf with no gaps, a very thick cowl with no gaps. So it's very warm, very thick, very chunky, very full. What I have done is I've used 1 strand of a bulky yarn, which I like Lion brand homespun. That's why it looks the way it does. I love how it looks. I love how it feels. And that creates gaps and holes. And I'm using a 10mm hook, which is smaller. You don't need a big one when you just have 1 strand that you're working with. But I love how this looks because it's lacy, it's gappy, it's holey. I love how it falls and hangs. You can add a button to it if you'd like. I haven't tried that with this. But I've also altered the ridges because I like how this is outward facing. I've basically turned the top of the entire treble stitch to make a dramatic row, a dramatic ridge here. It's just how I prefer to do it. On the blog, she has a more subtle ridge, and you can see it more distinctly because she's using 3 strands. Now, if I were to do it exactly how she does it, which is, I'll show you what I'm talking about here, she does a repeat of the treble, single, treble, single. That's how she's got these ridges planned out. She does her first couple of rows, and then she repeats the 3rd and 4th row, which is treble, single, treble, single. So in the UK, I think you call it a triple stitch, which is a very long stitch here. And then she does a single stitch on top of the treble, which is where she creates the ridge. What she does in her blog post is she goes into the back loop only. So here's my treble. Here's my row of treble, which is very long. Here's the top, okay? She goes into the back loop only. So take this, here's the top, 2 loops right here, you know, that you're working with. She goes into this back one only. Go in, yarn over, pull it through, create a single crochet. Go into the back loop only, single crochet. Because we're working with 1 strand of yarn right here, it does create a ridge, but it's quite subtle because it's very thin. So it's not going to have the same, sorry, my light in the background is obstructing the video here. It's not going to have the same effect in what she's doing in her blog. What I do is I take the top of my treble stitch and I go into the back loop, this bottom one, the very bottom. So I'm not even just doing this, I'm taking it a whole nother step further, which will turn the entire row outward and give me a very dramatic ridge, which is what I want. So doing the single stitch into the bottom loop over and over again instead of the back stitch, which flips the entire top of the treble facing outward to give me that nice ridge. So I hope this is clear and helpful. That's how I make Carmen's scarf, and that's why I make it the way that I make it, because I like it gappy and loose and hangy and flowy. So good luck making your cowl. You can decide however you want to make it, according to the blog or the way that I've altered it. Have fun. Bye.